Instagram one. What up? Oh man, I'm blowing the fire. Shoot. Okay. But see if I move it this way. Why does every live stream start with everybody trying to get everything just right? I got my elephant is back. Hey y'all. Hey. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me fix Instagram for a minute because look, now nobody can oh my gosh, now nobody can see the fire. Hold on. Let's see. What if we go this way? Oh, okay, there. Now I'm a little off center on Instagram, but that's fine. And now y'all are seeing the cords on YouTube. Okay, well, whatever. You know what? Here, my friend can be right here and he can block the cords. And then I can be over here and I'll just be a little off center, but it's fine. Hey guys, what's up? Oh my gosh, I said on my Instagram story just a minute ago, I was like, I skipped last week because we were making cookies with the kids. It was like the night before Christmas Eve. And then it feels like it's been 10 years since I did a live stream, but it's been like only 2 weeks because I'm on the right channel. Okay. God, squirrel moment. I was just like in the middle of a sentence and I was like, oh gosh, am I on the right channel? Okay, we're all good. I'm on my channel. Thanks, guys. My hair looks good. I appreciate it. I washed it today. I actually took a shower and washed it and you know what it is that it's not humid here today. It's like actually kind of cold. It was kind of chilly today. So if we could live in cold weather, then my hair would just look good all the time. So how's everybody doing? Did y'all have a good Christmas? Because it's come and gone like in the time since I've seen y'all before. I feel like, I don't even remember what was the last live stream I did before this. Oh, the Con Marie thing. That was 2 weeks ago. So it was like the week before Christmas or something. Christmas is at a weird time. It's like kind of in a weekend this year. Am I still waking up at 5 a.m.? Yes, ma'am. I am sort of. No, I am during the week. So a lot of people after my like 5 a.m. video last week, if y'all missed it, go watch my video about waking up at 5 a.m. I've been doing it this would technically, I think, be the 3rd week coming up here. I started it the week before Christmas because, like what better time to start like eating healthy, cutting sugar out of my diet and waking up earlier than right before Christmas. The 3rd week definitely has to be the 3rd week. So the first week, I don't know. I can't even remember. Everything goes by too fast these days. Okay. So I started out the first week and I did Monday through Friday. And I woke up at 5 a.m. And then Saturday, I decided, I was like, okay, I'm sleeping in. I had told myself like Saturday and Sunday I was going to like sleep in, which I woke up, I think at like 7:30, which felt like sleeping in after you've been getting up at 5 all week. And then I was absolutely like about to lose my mind because I was woken up like by the kids that day. And I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't had my time by myself. Like I've been having the whole previous week and couldn't get ready and like couldn't think straight and everything else. And so by the time that day was over, I was like, all right, screw this. I'm going to keep on getting up early. And so the next day was Sunday and I think I got up at like 6 or 6:30 or something, which was still earlier than usual for me for sure, especially on a weekend. And I just got distracted while somebody was coming in the door. And what was I going to say? Oh my gosh, my train just ran right off the tracks. Okay, so anyways, then the next week, it was Christmas. And I told myself I got up at 5 a.m. on Christmas Eve morning. And then I think I got up at 7 on Christmas. But anyways, the rest of the week, I got up at 5. And then yesterday was Saturday. I got up at 6:30. So yesterday and today, I did 6:30 instead of 5 because it's the weekend. And I feel like you got to like rest and refresh and like let yourself kind of like get yourself back, get your like sleep caught up on over the weekend. Like that's what weekends are for. So I did that yesterday and today. And then I don't know, tomorrow is New Year's Eve and I really should probably wake up at 5. But here's my dilemma is that I know I'm planning on staying up late until midnight. And since I've started waking up at 5, my body has finally shifted like my sleep cycle. So let me tell y'all about that. My sleep cycle, like your body like naturally has its things that it does, I guess, like with its melatonin and its all the stuff it releases. I'm not like a biological scientist or whatever. So I don't know what all the chemicals and all that stuff are, but your body has things that it does. And you even, which I've learned from my Apple Watch, you even have like a heart rate dip in the night while you're sleeping, which is important. Like you're supposed to have that. That's supposed to happen. And it apparently tends to happen around the same time. And when I guess the first week definitely the whole first week that I was getting up at 5, I was not having a heart rate dip like I was supposed to. So it was like I was going to bed a little bit earlier and then waking up earlier. And I was like, why is this not happening? Like, what is going on? Because it's not like all of a sudden I was just missing the time that I would have previously had that happen during my sleep. And I wasn't getting any deep sleep. Based on my Apple Watch, it's like shows you when you get the deepest sleep, like when you're in your like dream sleep and all that. And so I was like, what is going on with this? So then by the time, I think it was towards the end of, this is the second week. I don't even know what week it was. I don't even know, but it took a minute. It took like over a week. And then I've just recently in the past couple of days started to see the heart rate dip again, like it's supposed to be, and started having deep sleep again. So I feel like my body is finally realizing that like I'm going to bed earlier and waking up earlier. So your body has to kind of like shift. Cortisol. Yeah, that's one of the ones. Circadian rhythms, all those things. It was, yeah, all of that stuff has to like regulate. And so I think it's a little bit more difficult in the beginning, and I could definitely stay up later. The first week I was like going to bed at 11 still, not intentionally, but it would just happen. I would be like, get to doing stuff and stay up late. Well, this week I'm like, I cannot stay awake. That's why I was like, I'm going to jump on this live stream early because I don't know what time I'm going to go to bed. Because I haven't been able to stay up as late. So my dilemma, all that to say, my dilemma for tomorrow morning is that I know I want to stay up until midnight, and I don't want to be just like a grumpy, tired person tomorrow night. I want to be able to have fun. We're having some friends over, and I want to be able to like stay up. So I kind of think I might not get up at 5. I definitely want to get up before the kids because I want to be able to like get my junk going. But I really need to work out too. Maybe I should get up at 5. Oh, maybe I'll take a nap. Maybe I'll get up at 5 and then take a nap. But I can't do that. I don't know. I don't know why I'm telling y'all all this. This is my mental process. This is just what is going through my head right now. So how are y'all doing? I know a lot of y'all have started waking up earlier. Some of y'all started waking up at 5. Somebody said I would still go to bed early and get up early for the new year. We used to record the ball dropping and get the kids to watch it in the morning. Yeah, we a lot of times would do like the whole watch it. We're on Central Time, so we'd watch the Eastern Time ball drop. And so it'd be like an hour ahead. But I don't know. We're going to have friends over and their kids are going to be here too. So I don't know, they'll probably stay up. Brooks will probably go to bed. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know that I can handle Brooks until midnight or that he can handle life until midnight. But Gaines, she usually stays up for the year so far. I could work out during the kids' nap time. That's actually a thought. That's actually a really good thought. Okay. So see, usually why I don't like to do that is because I like to go ahead and like get up and get dressed and ready. And so that I'm just like done for the day. And so anything I need to do, I can like up and run to the grocery store, up and like do whatever we need to do. But then I would have time to take a shower later because our friends are coming over later. That might make sense. Maybe I'll work out and take a shower when the kids get their nap. Peyton Jones, did you all get my Christmas card? I don't think so. I want to get crunk tomorrow. We're going to have all the kids' New Year cookout this year. It's going to be all about the babies this year. 2019 is going to be our year, gals. That was from Christy Lynn. Yes, 2019. So, okay, yeah, this title of this thing was called New Year's Resolutions. So let me just tell y'all what I have to say about that. How's the mask that Cullen got you for Christmas working? It is amazing. And y'all, a sleeping mask has changed my life. I know I say that about everything lately. I'm like, let me tell you what's changed my life because this has changed my life and everything has changed in my life. No, but seriously, I think, I don't know. For some reason, like it's dark in our bedroom. We do keep like a little light on in the bathroom, so it's not pitch black dark. But Cullen will often come to bed after I do, and he's like super duper great about not like shining lights in my face and waking me up. And he dresses me really still. I think he doesn't really have a choice because I'm like kind of a bee. If anybody wakes me up, I really try hard, but I kind of can't help it. I don't know. Gaines is the same way. If somebody wakes her up, she is like grumpy and we're like, why are you so weird? And I'm like, I do the same thing. Anyway, so he's really good about not waking me up. But I guess like I just kind of naturally will kind of wake up with whatever's in the room, but it has been so great. I haven't actually used the sound feature of it, which I know is kind of part of it, but he's not real great at hearing the monitor with the kids. And so I feel like I can't have white noise or music or whatever on in my ears, because if the kids wake up, then I won't hear them. I did do white noise in my ears one night when he was up in here, KonMariing his clothes. And I knew that I was like, hey, you're going to have to listen for the kids. And I knew he was awake. So yeah, definitely not something I've done yet, but I will utilize that. But it's so comfy and amazing. I don't know where it's from or what it's called or anything like that. So, let's see. Rachel C said she did her workout today. It's New Year's Eve here. Oh, dang, where are you? That's kind of like, it's already the next day. Just woke up before the littlest woke up. She got up as I was finishing up. Want to start getting up early too. Yeah, and see, yesterday, was it Saturday? I got up, it was 6:30 or 6 or something like that. And so I did get to work out, and then I was just getting out of the shower when Gaines woke up. So I wasn't like totally ready and finished, and it was okay. It was okay. But I was like, I just am used to that time now of having time by myself. And so I just really like it. And I've had people ask too about the difference between like the productivity at night versus productivity in the morning. And I've kind of mentioned that, I think, in a video. I could probably make a whole video on it, but just kind of like the long story short is I'm much more likely to get totally off task, distracted, like checking my phone, looking at Instagram, whatever, at night, because technically I've got like all the time in the world until I, fall asleep or need to go to bed or whatever. But in the mornings, I know that that's like the only time I get, and that the kids are going to wake up soon. So I have more of a timeline of like, they're going to wake up, and I don't want to like start my day off by just scrolling mindlessly through Instagram. I don't want to waste time. And I'm just more, I don't know, it's just more efficient and effective in the morning. Plus I get my thoughts and my mind clearly started alone without interruptions in the morning. So I don't know. It's a different type of productivity, and I don't know. It's a whole thing. So anyways, resolutions Christy Lynn said, to be a better version of yourself. Get back to your old self and spend more time focusing on spending time with the ones I love, not worrying about trivial things like dishes. That is a good suggestion. A good resolution. What channels do I watch for working out? So I think the first couple days that I started waking up early, I just randomly Google or searched on YouTube, 30-minute beginner at home workouts or something like that. Cause I knew I didn't want something too difficult, because I had previously been walking outside, but not doing like any intense, like hardcore working out. So I didn't want something that I would start super hard with and then be like, never doing that again. I'm not working out anymore. So I wanted something kind of easy. You can find tons of free stuff. I just wanted something that was like a routine, a specific thing, something I knew I'd used in the past and that worked. So I ended up paying for the Beachbody on-demand subscription, which I felt like was a really good deal, because you get access to all of the Beachbody workouts, like all of them, which is a ton. And they have anything from just like your basic stretching, they have like kids and family, to they have like hardcore expert level fitness type workouts. So for me, I was like, I feel like this is something I'll pay for it for the year, and then I'll be able to have access to all these different things throughout the year, and not be like, well, my subscription ran out, or like, oh, these people are doing the same workout, I don't want to do the same thing again. So I think it'll be good. But okay, when am I going to continue the KonMari method? That's part of so New Year's resolutions was the title of this. And I put a question mark, because I'm like, I hear people all the time be like, New Year's resolutions are dumb. And I've said the same thing myself, because I don't feel like, I don't know. I feel like I always say something that's just way out there. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to lose like 1,000,000 pounds, or I'm going to make sure I do this. But then I don't have like a plan behind it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everything that I've changed in my life this year has been something that has just not totally come out of the blue, but that has been, I started it on a Friday, or I started it in the middle of a Tuesday, or I decided I wasn't going to be doing this anymore, or I wasn't going to like, allow this in my life anymore. Just different things on a random day. So I feel like you don't necessarily have to have, obviously, the start of a new week, year, month, whatever, to start something new. But, what? Sorry, I get distracted when things pop up that are different colors. Super chat from Crystal. Why is Cullen less visible in the blogs? I'm not sure what that means. If you clarify, maybe I could answer. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. So I feel like I need to have a plan for what I do. And I don't feel like it's kind of like, people have said about things like your health and your eating. And if you just like tell yourself, oh, I screwed up, I'm going to just totally eat bad the rest of the day because I had donuts for breakfast. Well, you don't have to start over the next day. You can start over then. And that even came up. When was it? I don't remember. We were with my family and we'd had all kinds of like unhealthy stuff for lunch. And I was like, oh man, if I gain 5 pounds tomorrow, it's y'all's fault. And my sister was like, oh, just start over tomorrow. I was like, no, girl, I'm starting over tonight. I'm going home and I'm having me like a kale and spinach salad with some chicken on top. So I don't know. I just feel like you can definitely start things, set goals, and do all that when you want to. So I don't know the like definition of a resolution. This may be something that I like look into as I'm really seriously thinking about it. And I kind of want to make a video about that this week. But I feel like for me, I just want to kind of set some expectations is a bad word too, because expectations kind of set you up for failure. I want to make some goals and just some kind of guidelines, I guess, for myself for this year. Basically going along with mostly what I talked about over this whole series on my channel about trusting yourself. I feel like one of the things that I've talked about a lot that I've struggled with is being able to trust myself that I'm making the best decision for me and for my life and for what I need to do. I feel like I've always felt like, I think I've always thought that I have to have somebody else's permission or opinion or whatever to do something. And that's just not true in most cases. Like, yeah, it's good to ask for help and to get other people's advice, but a lot of times it's super duper hard and like just not healthy to discuss all the aspects of different challenges you're facing in your life with everybody. As I'm sitting here telling this to the whole world, as that's coming out of my mouth, I'm like, well, this isn't making much sense because I'm telling y'all don't tell people stuff and I'm telling y'all everything. No, but what I mean is, you know how, for example, something bad will happen, or like you'll get in a fight with your spouse or with your friend or with your whoever. And you run to your best friend, your sibling, your parent, your whoever you're close to, and tell them all the drama and all the like gossip and all the juicy whatever. And then she said this and he did this and I can't believe this. Well, so they're hearing all the bad stuff and they're hearing the specifics to a situation. And I saw this on somebody posted this somewhere yesterday and I was like, this is so true about how like, that's just the worst thing to do. Like it is important to have support from your family, but when you're dealing with a personal situation in your relationship, in your friendship, in your like spiritual life, whatever it may be, it's just really not a good thing to run and tell all that to a family member, especially, or a good friend, because they're not there for everything. They don't see every single detail and every single, like, all the good stuff that happened. They don't see the other person's side of the story. They don't see what may have transpired to cause this thing to happen. This is all kind of going down like a random road. But I think getting into those types of situations, then you get that person's opinion and they're telling you one thing when you're kind of like, you've kind of maybe already made your mind up on what you're going to do or what you need to say next or how you need to handle the situation. And then they put in their input in it. And a lot of the stuff I've learned about, the way that I handle things or the way that anybody handles things is that a lot of that comes from your, like the family that you were raised with. And not that that's a bad thing, but sometimes some of the situations that you end up in, the arguments you end up in, the conflict you have with somebody is going to be related to things that might have happened in your family or that might have happened around other people that you're with. And so when you're looking to those same people for advice, they're going to kind of have the same perspective and maybe even the same like faulty thinking as you do. So when you're looking for advice from those people that you're very close to, it's going to be hard to make the best decision. Does that even make any sense? Where are you going with this? I feel like when you badmouth your friend or spouse, etc., that gives others permission to form judgment of them. Family should never be involved in spouse arguments. Simply Rayanne says. Yes, that's kind of where I'm going. Basically, you're sitting there badmouthing them, and you may not even be saying something bad. You may be stating facts and being like, "This is what happened. This is how things went down. This is what I'm struggling with." And it's just hard because you want to share that with people, but it's just not the healthiest thing because not only do they not know every single detail, nobody else except you and yourself know every single detail of your relationship with your spouse or your whoever it is that you're having drama with. Nobody else knows every single detail of that. And not only do they not know all the details that led up to something, they also don't see what's been happening. Then they don't get the same resolution you do. So maybe it's some little drama that you fought over some little stupid thing. Somebody left like their pants on the floor or something, and you fight over this little dumb thing and you blah, blah, blah to whoever else. And then you know how it is in your own head. You're going down the track of like, well, then he left his pants on the floor and he never picks his pants up. And then you go back to like everything from the whole past years and it turns into drama. Well, then they don't even see that 2 hours later, y'all ended up apologizing and making up and hugging and loving each other, and it was all fine. And then when you go to, hey, how's it going? Oh, yeah, it's fine. We made up. He apologized and it's all good. Well, they didn't see like the heartfelt, connection or whatever that might have happened and things that might have been said. So I don't know. I just feel like that is something that I saw recently come up in something that I was reading. I don't even remember where I read it. Just talking about the, kind of the dangers of that. And then that person ends up, judging and having this perception of your spouse or your whoever forever. But I think the main thing is that a lot of what I've learned is that many of your own faulty thought patterns have developed due to the family you're raised with. Not necessarily that anybody's family did anything wrong, but that's just kind of the way it goes. And when you're getting advice from those same people, you're not making any progress, if that kind of makes sense. So, I guess, let's see. Yeah, this is good. So this Lindsay says on Instagram is harder to read the comments because they like disappear easier and quicker. Hey, Katie, I love you. Why don't we all not have New Year's resolution and instead just have no pressure on yourself and just try to love yourself and better yourself and be better every day? Yes. And that's kind of what I'm getting at. So what I was trying to say with all of this is I think one of my goals is going to be to trust myself with the decisions that I make and things that I know that I've thought about or I've, made decisions about or whatever, that I'm going to trust myself that I'm doing the best thing for myself and for my family. And, if somebody else has a problem with it, then that's their problem. I know, I don't know. I think part of that also revolves around boundaries and making sure to be consistent with your boundaries that you need for yourself to make sure that you're safe, you're happy, your kids and your family are safe and happy, and not accepting situations that make you uncomfortable. I think that's something that, as I've talked about throughout this whole thing, and a lot of y'all have said too, having issues with, being a people pleaser, being somebody who makes decisions based on what you think other people are going to think. And I've found myself many times in different situations thinking like, okay, I know I need to do this and I'm gonna make this decision and I'm gonna change this, but I'll think, well, so and so is going to say that I shouldn't have done that, even with like the KonMari stuff and getting rid of stuff and decluttering and minimizing and all that. There's going to be people with anything you do that judge you. Um, and that's another one of my kind of goals for the year, not resolutions, but I would say something that I want to work on is decreasing my amount of judgment because I am guilty of it myself. I'm very guilty of making like a snap judgment on something that somebody says or does, or just things I don't even know about somebody. And I look at somebody and, can think about something, how I feel about it, and just accepting that people have different opinions, people have different like lifestyles and thoughts. And you know what? That's fine. That's them and they do their thing, and I'm going to do mine. And we don't have to exist together in this craziness. Like, we can just love each other and be fine with it. Right. So, anyways, yeah, I don't know that I'm necessarily setting like New Year's resolutions that like, oh, I'm gonna do this and that. But I'm really trying to think hard as the new year approaches on goals and kind of just like ways that I want to better myself and my family and my kids and all that kind of thing. And let me just tell you too, because y'all are like, well, New Year's is in 2 days, so you better get on this. Am I the only person that, like, if you do have some New Year's resolutions or some goals or something, you don't start them until like the week after New Year's? Anybody else? Anybody else? Just me. Because I feel like every year I'm like, oh, I'm gonna eat healthier. Oh, I'm gonna like keep my house clean, or whatever. And I kind of give myself a pass on life until, I mean, I have little kids now, but it's always been kind of like till school starts back, or until, the week of New Year's passes. I kind of give myself a pass to like eat the unhealthy stuff for a minute. And I've also, speaking of that, because y'all know that I've been working on my fitness and health, wellness, and all that stuff. And I've really tried to stick to it for the most part. So, like I said, I think of every meal basically as a start over, as a do over. So, I haven't been as hard on myself if I will have like maybe I've been doing my smoothies or my shakes or whatever every morning. So I know that I get at least one healthy meal in. And then most of the time when I can, I've tried to do like a healthy lunch, like a salad with some good stuff in it. And then dinner, I've given myself a little bit of a pass, but I've tried whenever I could to make it the best I can. But once that meal is passed, I kind of like try to reset my brain and be like, okay, the next meal I'm going to eat healthy. Or if it's, that we're in a hurry and we're doing whatever else, I'll try to make the best option in that situation. Like if we're going to eat out, like we've gotten Chick-fil-A way too many times. If y'all saw my tweet or my Facebook post that tonight I told Gaines, thank you for something random. And she was like, it's my pleasure. And I was like, we've been going to Chick-fil-A way too much. She just literally told me it's my pleasure, like they do at Chick-fil-A. So anyways, if we go there, then I'll try to get like the salad with grilled chicken and not get, like the corn and beans and stuff that have lots of carbs and all that stuff in it. So I try to make the best of the situations that I can. And then once the New Year's week passes, I'm going to try to get back to, cooking healthy and doing things I should, which I've thrown some of that in there. But anyways, so I plan to talk more about this in my video on Thursday. Hopefully I'll have it together by then in my brain. If not, I will talk about it the next week, because I do want to kind of just talk about my thoughts for the new year. Because as much as I had just said, like, you don't have to have a new year to start over, I feel like it is always a good time to just kind of reassess and like think about all the different kind of things that I've started here and there and here and there and over here and over there, and like decluttering and like trying to overcome some of my own personal issues and overcome some, like relationship issues and all that kind of stuff, and trying to kind of just reassess everything and think about where am I going? Where do I need to go? It's a good time to just kind of stop and think, refresh, renew, get down all the Christmas decorations, which we did. If y'all are missing our little Christmas stuff over here, take down everything, clean up. I really just want to try to finish. Okay, I will say that one goal, resolution, whatever you want to call it, by the end of the year would be to definitely by the end of the year, it should be sooner than that, but finish the KonMari method throughout the entire house. That's obviously gotten way thrown off by Christmas and the schedule and everything. Cullen is like halfway through putting his clothes away. He's still not 100% there. He's sorted through everything, but yeah, so he's still working on that. And I want to get through all that because from what I've done so far, it feels so good. And even after taking out Christmas decorations and stuff, I like took most of the stuff off the counters, and our kitchen is kind of like barren and bleak right now. But honestly, right now for my mental health, it is fabulous. And I love not having stuff on the counters. I love it being open and serene and yes. So, anyways, hey guys, I just had to stop for a minute and think about what all I'm talking about right now. Okay. I think life changes for a person is a good thing. We all need to start from zero again. Yes, I think so. Especially when you've had some like big realizations. I don't know. Let's see. Katie Wilms says, do you and Cullen feel totally different starting 2019 than you did 2018? You both seem so much happier. Would love an update on both of you after your struggles earlier this year. Yes, I would say yes and no. I would definitely say yes, actually. Yes, we definitely feel different. As with anything in life, there's always struggles of like new things that come up or like new challenges and the way different, I don't know. It's definitely a completely different year. Like total, I was thinking about this last night. And I was like, I feel like everything is like a total 180 from last year. But then I thought, no, because that would mean that it's like totally flipped the complete opposite way. And at this point, I feel like it's like a 90-degree angle flip. Like we still got a ways to go to get, but we get, it's gone a little bit, but not anyways. But we're definitely in a different place, I think, together and individually than we were last year. Majorly different changes. I think part of it too is last year there was just so much uncertainty as far as like mentally, directionally, and kind of knowing where to go, what to do, and how to handle situations. Whereas I feel like this year, going into the new year, I know a lot more than I did last year about myself. I know a lot more about my strength and ability to handle things and kind of how to approach situations, which is not perfect still, definitely not perfect, and something I'm still working on. But I do know that life goes on regardless of everything. 2018 has been seriously like one of the hardest years of our marriage. Maybe not one of them. It has been the hardest year of our marriage, I would say. And it's for different reasons than other years were hard. We obviously had a really hard time the year that we went through 2 miscarriages and we're trying to get pregnant again. And, it's hard from a different perspective because that's a whole different realm of difficulty. So yeah, I feel like we've both learned a lot this year, and I feel like I have definitely changed a lot of things in my like personal, I don't know how I'd even say, like, I guess how I approach things and how I handle things and how I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, but yeah. So anyways, it's definitely a different feeling going into this new year. There's still just uncertainty and like kind of how I'm going through stuff, how like things I've been talking about, kind of like trying to get myself to a place where I feel completely confident in myself, feel completely, I don't think there's ever a point in life where you're going to feel completely happy and like everything is great and wonderful. There's always going to be struggles in life for sure. But feeling, I guess, a little bit settled. Like there's just still a lot of turmoil in my mental state and life that I'm still working through. And y'all see it. I'm working through it all the time. And like every other month, I'm like, hey, this totally changed my life this month. Let me tell you about it. So, anyways, here is to 2019 and some changes, and I don't know, going forward and trying to just make the best of everything, sticking to what I know is right, and trusting myself to make the best decisions that I can. So, anyways, how are y'all doing? Do y'all have like goals, thoughts, resolutions, whatever you want to call them for this year? I think it's fine if we call them resolutions. Call them whatever you want to. Oh goodness. Okay. Whew. This got to be long. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, well, this is getting kind of deep, isn't it? Save some of it for the Thursday video. If my Thursday video is not about New Year's resolutions, it will be Cullen's KonMari journey through his clothes that he has made so far. He still definitely has a ways to go on putting things up, but he has like gotten a lot of it dealt with. Still need to take it to the donation place. That's been another thing because we don't want to just drop it off somewhere. We want it to go to somewhere where like we know it will be used appropriately and not, sold and whatever. I want to give it to people who we know can use it. So anyways, your goal, Libby. Libby said my goal is to not get pregnant again. I am with you there on that one. Let's not have any babies in 2019. Okay. How about that? Anyways, okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Y'all, if you're watching this replay, leave me some comments below on what your goals and your thoughts are for the new year. I will continue to try to read the comments and see what you guys are saying too. Some more goals of trying to take care of yourself. I think that's a great goal for everybody. I think we all neglect ourselves more than we realize we do. And I'm not just talking about like going to get a pedicure or going to like get a massage or something. I'm talking about like your mental health, the fact that you need time alone, you need time to like process things. This would be my 5 a.m. stuff. Like you need time, and you don't realize how much you need it until you take some time for yourself. So okay. Thanks, guys. And I really like your goal, Kelly Works. Not miss Katie on the flip side. Woohoo. All right. Yep. Thank you guys for watching. I will see y'all on Thursday. Here goes the interesting part where I try to end this all at the same time. Okay. Bye, YouTube. See you later. End. I'm not sure I want to end.